Meet Ben from Essex.
Hello. The last thing I remember is getting chased by 4 blokes, and then that's it.
Meet Dave from Bolton.
I was just thinking this country's in the dark ages. You know what I mean? Splitting a family up like that.
And meet Sergeant Ali Koçukaya of the Turkish Tourist Police.
I wouldn't like to meet a policeman like myself.
It's 3 a.m. outside a police station in the Turkish resort of Gumbet. Essex boy Lee wants to report a crime. He claims he's been mugged at knife point.
There's some geezer come up to me and put a knife to my throat and told me to get into the car. We got into the car, he drove miles and miles and miles away. He told me to get out my wallet and that, got out my wallet, took 20, it was about £20 he took. Yeah. And then he took my top off and then dropped me off and I had to walk home.
And there was £20 inside, yeah?
Yeah.
17-year-old Lee is taken inside the police station to be interviewed. But his friends also have another worry. Their other friend Ben is missing.
And they'd all got separated. Lee was walking behind them and Ben and his friends had gone into like a little bar or whatever.
And I saw Ben dancing and that, and it was the last time I saw him. He had a white shirt on with the tassels that go like that on it around. He had black trousers on, black shoes on.
The friends are confused. They can't speak Turkish, and they're not convinced the police are taking Ben's disappearance seriously.
They're not searching for him, as far as we know. They're not doing anything. They're really, really arrogant. Their attitude is so off, it's unbelievable.
It's the beginning of a long night for this group of British holidaymakers. Almost half of the incidents reported to Gumbet police involve British tourists. Much of the trouble is centred around the 50 bars in the resort's main street. "15 years ago, the town was a sleepy fishing village. Now, though, the warm weather and cheap drink attract almost 250,000 British tourists every year. It appears to be home from home. That is, until something goes wrong. A quarter of a mile from Gumbet's Bar Street is the town's police station. It's staffed by 35 officers who deal with up to 40 tourist-related incidents a week, ranging from drunken fights to robbery. At the sharp end of dealing with British tourists is Sergeant Ali Koçukaya. As head of the motorcycle unit, his job is to be first on the scene at any incident.
This is an alcohol city. The British and the other tourists really prefer to come here. They come here for holiday and they want to have fun and more drinks. They want to forget all the bad things when they leave that job. They have right to be drunk. Everyone can be drunk, but what we don't have to do is to disturb other people and to break the rules.
Sergeant Koçukaya is proud of the Turkish police's tough reputation.
We have a gun, as you see, and we are very well trained, and we can ride, we can fast, and you know this is okay for people who is good with the laws. And on the other hand, I wouldn't like to meet a policeman like myself on the road if I want to do something bad.
It's an hour since Lee first went inside the police station to report his attack. His friends are getting agitated.
They're just asking him questions all the time, sort of thing, basically. What happened? Was it a knife? Was it a barrel of a gun, scissors? All you saw was a silver thing. Don't know what it is, do you? You know, it'd be like a violin thing, but you don't get to know, are you? Strange country, you're going to crap yourself, aren't you? Set over against your throat.
At 4:30 a.m, Lee appears, but in a police van. He's heading to hospital, not to be treated for injuries, but because the police think he's drunk.
Lee's been taken off to have an alcohol test, and we've been told to go back to the apartments and wait for him to come back there.
But instead of heading back to their apartments or looking for their other friend Ben, the group go to a kebab shop.
In England, I mean, come on, they'd been looking for Ben as soon as we'd said something had happened. They could put us in the back of the car and go and look for him, check the bars for him, anything, do you know what I mean? It's a lot, they could do a lot more than they are doing.
At Malas Bodrum Airport, UK charter flights are landing. More than 2,000 holidaymakers are arriving tonight. Police officer Ahmet Tomakin is on patrol. He knows all about British tourists.
If they're not drunk, they are very kindly and very friendly. If they're drunk, they make troubles in an airport or in a plane also.
It's 5 a.m, and there's a problem with a flight from Manchester. Road worker Dave North has lost his passport.
Ready to go now.
Adam geliyor. Adamlar giriş yapmış. Are you going?
Yeah, I'm going now.
If somebody forgotten his passport, like identity card, they can't enter because it's international rule.
We make this paperwork, please, because the aircraft is getting delayed.
Where is the paperwork?
Dave's holiday is turning into a disaster. He must return home on the same plane he arrived on.
Can we go with the police? You go, then they stay.
Yeah, I'll try and come back when. He's going to go and get the passport office and get a new passport.
Okay, yeah, this is my idea at the first step.
Can you write me a number there so I can get in touch with you here? You need to just come with the police and get the paperwork.
As the arguing continues, more than 200 passengers wait for Dave. Their flight home cannot leave without him.
I love you. I know, it'll be all right. Excuse me, can you please go through?
I'm coming now, Jesus.
220, 36 passengers is waiting for you.
Sorry. Be right, I'll be back in a couple of days, yeah?
They are in shock. They are starting to crying sometimes, but we are saying we can nothing to do. That's the international rule.
Dave's wife, Michelle, just can't understand where the passport has gone.
Presumed it were on plane, and they've checked the plane, it's not there. The last time we saw it was actually getting on the plane in Manchester.
With Dave's passport still missing, the rest of the family begin their holiday. But Michelle is angry with the Turkish authorities.
I've got 3 children, I don't want to be here on my own. We've come as a family, you know, and he should be here with us. We shouldn't be separated like this.
It's morning. Lee's friends have been up all night waiting for him to return from hospital. Their other friend Ben is still missing. But the mystery is almost over. It's 8 a.m. in Gumbet, Turkey. The missing Essex boys have finally returned, and Ben has an extraordinary explanation for his disappearance.
I was in a coma. I woke up in hospital.
You are joking?
What? I was in a coma. I woke up in hospital.
Shit in your shirt, blood.
Hello.
By the way,
Was that really? Honestly?
Yeah. I woke up in a coma in hospital.
You stupid boy. I've been
I woke up and just went,
you.
Listen,
where am I?
We've been worried about you all day.
I woke up in hospital. I was like, well, where am I?
I've been up for 40 years.
Is that correct?
Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to cause anyone any trouble. I don't know. The last thing I remember is getting chased by 4 blokes, and then that's it. That's all I remember.
Well, as if I only said that I was walked home for 3 hours and
How
looked
the
through
fuck
for
is he
about an
meant to know
hour.
what time he got out? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he ain't got to watch them. I didn't watch them.
Ben met his friend Lee in hospital. The pair say they were victims of a mugging, but the details are a little hazy.
I've got completely and utterly off of my face, down in pints to drink one of the reps under the table. I did drink him under the table though, fair enough. And then the next thing I remember running and getting a big punch up and then waking up in hospital.
So I have a beer.
I don't remember leaving the club. I don't remember getting to hospital. I don't remember even where I walked in the meantime. I don't know how I lost my jewellery. I don't know anything.
The jewellery's gone.
Yeah.
All my jewellery, my chain, even my earring that was in my ear's gone.
It's scary being here without Dave. I've come down to the beach today. The kids have mad at me to come down, so we've come down for a bit, but I didn't really want to. I can't believe they've sent Dave back home. I feel very vulnerable with 3 children. They're hard work as it is, and to come into a foreign country on your own with them, it's even more scarier.
Michelle is convinced the Turkish men are after her 13-year-old daughter.
She's at that age now where she's growing into a woman, and I've noticed more the Turks will look at her more, call her baby Spice. She's still, in my eyes, a little girl. But over here, they seem to like the younger ones. You hear these horror stories of children being snatched, so it's like I'm really watching her like a hawk.
But there is some good news. Dave's passport has unexpectedly turned up.
Apparently, as he got back on the same flight back home, they handed the passport to him. It was on the plane all the time. He's managed to get a flight back out tomorrow. So hopefully we're all back together again tomorrow night.
It's an hour since missing Essex boys Ben and Lee returned. They can't remember anything about being attacked, but still expect the police to investigate.
And then we went back to the police station. They sat us down for about 4 hours, just talking Turkish gibberish. And they basically called me a liar.
Well, they didn't call you a liar as such, but that's what they were getting at. They gave us 2 options, to either stay in a cell for the rest of the night until the alcohol's out of our system, and then make a formal complaint and obviously a statement, or go home and forget that the whole thing happened.
I know it can happen in Basildon, Southend and all that, but
lost all my money that was in my pockets.
Still expect the police to do something about it.
To top it all off, I lost my fags.
Yeah.
And that's my worst. I blame myself really, because it was, regardless of whether I walked off or whether I was bashed up or what, I still got drunk and I still got, you know, put in hospital.
It's evening, and Sergeant Kochikea is patrolling Bar Street. As well as British tourists, Gumbet also attracts young men from all over Turkey. But while the British holidaymakers can party all night, the Turkish men must wait outside. The club owners have barred them.
If you let these people come to your place, you know, they first time you see the, you know, the girls, you know, have, you know, different clothes, you know, and they show their body, blah, blah, they look very sexy, you know, the girls here, all the time, they look very sexy. And the Turkish people, you know, they shock, you know, and then they can do something wrong.
Some guys can be pissed off about this, and you know, this is a rule to stop hustling and disturbing other people.
The Turkish men are forced to watch the partying from the outside. But one bar owner does not ban Turkish men. Mesut Ozmuklu welcomes both locals and tourists.
When the Turkish boys trying to get into the bars and they just been stopped for no reason and they can't go into the bars, all they say, no, you can't go into the bar because they will hassle the British girls. And I think this is silly because men are men everywhere. Most bars, they have the doormen on the door. I don't do this with my own bar because I can trust my service and I can trust my staff. So if anything goes wrong in my bar, not in the door, in my bar, I can handle that. So I don't think I give any chance to people to have that kind of problem.
A quarter of a mile away at the police station, two Dutch girls are in shock. They claim some Turkish men tried to drag them into a car. Fortunately for the girls, Officer Cengiz Alkaya is on duty. Cengiz is one of Gumbet Police Force's best English speakers, having learnt the language through his former job as a waiter.
We went to Bodrum, so we went out on this boat. We took a taxi back. We got out of on the end of the street because we shared a taxi with another guy. And so we had to walk up to the hotel. It's only about 3 minutes walk. A red car pulled over with 3 Turkish guys in there, and one came out. He grabbed me and tried to force me into the car. And she started screaming, and I started probably rolling over and tried to get away because she was screaming that hard. These guys and girls on the bike on the opposite street, they saw what happened and they wrote down the license plate immediately, and the car drove off really fast.
Up to 15 foreign women are the victims of sexual crime in Gumbet and its surrounding area every year. Officer Cengiz takes these girls' statements.
What happened when somebody touched your body?
It all happened really quick, like fast, and one guy held me around my waist. She started screaming, and I fell over again. He got scared of screaming, and they drove off again.
With witnesses and the car's registration number, the police have plenty to go on.
What you want me to do then? You understand?
Well, that's not up to me, is it? I don't know how the rules are here in Turkey. I mean, it's obviously a crime, so they're probably not. I hope they're not going to get away with it. I want you to catch them. I don't know how the.
Probably we'll catch them.
Sorry?
Probably we will catch them.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because you've got the license number and the car.
You can find.
Yeah.
Then.
Put them away. When you think back, I don't want to think what could have happened if he actually dragged me into that car.
After 5 hours, the girls return to their hotel. The police will now search for the car.
Is it safe to walk back now?
This morning I will say to traffic department, and we will get their address, and if we can get their address, and we can catch them.
The girls returned home 2 days later. The police never did track down the attackers.
It totally blown me away. It's awful. Just want to get back with my family.
Hello, Dean.
All right.
Welcome to Turkey again.
Thank you, yeah.
Dave is fed up. He blames the police because his passport was on the plane all the time.
When I went to look for the passport, I was stood 2 seats away, and the Turkish police wouldn't let me take the seat. So I was really angry at the fact that I had to go all the way back to Manchester and then they'd produce my passport there. Whereas if they'd have searched it properly in the first place, none of it would have happened. I used to like Turkey up until this episode. And I just want to try and get on with my holiday, but no, and at the back of my mind, I've come with attitude towards the people, you know. They don't seem as though they was helping me any. And like, I just think they're in the dark ages. How can somebody go to a country and then just get fired back?
Hey, darling.
Dave is finally reunited with his family.
Little princess. Started holiday now, eh? Yeah?
80% of tourists entering Gumbet every year are British.
This little village used to be a little fishing village, but now it's changing to a little British town.
I was just thinking this country's in the dark ages, you know what I mean? Splitting a family up like that and sending the head of a family home.
British people choose to come. They say it's their expression. They find us lovely, and that's very kind of them.
So I only come here this morning for my first holiday. You know, it's the first time I've been aboard. I'll never come here again.